Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So today I wanted to talk today about the fact that you have a curse on you and that you're never going to be happy unless you pay me $500 a week so that I can contact my spirit guides to remove your hex. That's not true. What I wanted to talk to you about were running into shysters. I call them shysters. Now, probably since the time I was 12, maybe 13, I started seeing psychics and tarot card readers and astrologers. I mean, I was obsessed with astrology as a child. I just had some kind of calling to the spirit world. It was just who I was, and I found it very intriguing. I also seemed to feel like everybody knew more than me, and I wanted to be educated by people that knew more. Well, I've run into more than my share of shysters. And when you're in a position where you're questioning things, like I had done a video about how I wasn't popular. I mean, I had a small group of friends, but even with my group of friends, I wasn't very popular. So when you're questioning, well, how come so-and-so is more popular than me, or how come nobody wants to date me, or how come my grades aren't as high, I'm not as smart as everyone else, you go to somebody looking for answers, and they know that you're in this situation in emotional pain. And when somebody is in emotional pain, somebody said this to me once, and I don't think there's a truer statement. When somebody is in emotional pain, they will do anything, they will pay any amount of money to get out of that pain. They will try anything. So I think the first time I ran into a person like this, I was in high school, I was 16 or 17, and I went with two of my friends. It was, and I always change everyone's name. So it was my friend Matt and my friend Melanie. We were walking through a nearby town, and we saw a sign. It was a little sign that said psychic with an arrow pointing upstairs. So we went up, and there was a woman in there, and I'm not going to protect her name. Her name was Penny, whatever. We all had a reading. Now, I felt like Melanie was the hardest to read because of her circumstances, and that woman didn't get anything right on Melanie, so she let her go. She didn't say that there was anything wrong with her. My friend Matt, she told him that he had a chakra off. Matt wasn't really buying the whole thing, but whatever. When I went in, she told me that I had a curse placed on me when I was a child by an old woman who was jealous of me. She told me that I was born at the wrong time and my aura didn't fully close. And because of this, somebody wished me harm and it turned my aura black. And that's why my luck was always bad and that I would never be happy. She said that there were two options we could take. She could give me little things to do every week and I could come back and see her every week. Or the other one was so expensive that I would not have the money to afford it because she would need to use real bars of gold. Now, she's talking to a 16 or a 17-year-old girl. Let me tell you something. If this was my kid, I would have gone in there right now and I would, tear her limb from limb. But my parents didn't know. I didn't tell them because that's what they would have done. So, I went once. She told me this. I was convinced I had to go back again, and this time it was just me and Matt. Melanie was like, I'm not going back, whatever. So he's sitting out behind the curtain, but he can hear what's going on inside. And I hear him out there laughing. I hear him laughing. So when we left and I told him what, she said, I had to come back, blah, blah, blah. He was like, listen, this is insanity. You don't have a curse on you. You were not born at the wrong time. No old woman wished you bad. But to me, I did have a really bad birth. I mean, it was 28 hours in labor. I was, I don't know, ass out first, eyes up, the whole Megillah. They weren't even sure that I was going to live. And so when she said that, I was like, well, I did have a bad birth. Well, maybe something happened, And Matt was like, listen, we're never coming back here again because this woman wants to rip you off. Now, I think I was paying her, I think it was maybe $25 a week. It wasn't a lot of money. But for a 16-year-old kid that's making $5 an hour, it is a lot of money. I had to work a whole shift to pay her, to be scammed, because it was a scam. She really wasn't doing anything for me. So if anyone tells you that there's a curse on you and they need to do some kind of praying to remove it, it's bullshit. You don't have to do that. You can do it yourself. You can envision yourself with white light. You can light a white candle. You can do one of the spells like I just showed you. Get a white candle instead of a red one. If you're really absolutely totally lazy and you're not going to dress it yourself, if you wanted to buy one from my website or somebody else's, you can. But you pay a few dollars for it. You don't pay $20 a week, $50 a week, $100 a week. Nobody is more powerful than you. There are people that may know more or they studied more, but don't think that somebody has got more power than you have. And I think that sometimes when people are searching for something, now that was just one woman. I mean, there was a time where I was a grown woman. I mean, my friend and I had left the diner and we saw that there was this sign, psychic Valentina or something, and it was like the most bizarre situation. First of all, it was like 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. Knocked on the door. It was somebody's house. I mean, there was like 5,000 little kids in it. Guy's upstairs like in a wife beater, forgive me, tank top, like brushing his teeth at the door. And then like his mother or whoever she was takes us downstairs into her house. And why didn't we leave? Why? Why didn't we leave? Why were we so desperate that this woman had some kind of answers for us that we were so willing to pay her for this reading? I went first and I got the whole spiel about how I had a curse on me and I have to come back and she had to have to pray on me and all that nonsense. While I was having my reading done, my friend was like being attacked by these children. These children were like, had their hands in her pockets and in her pocketbook, and she was like beating the kids off of her. Why didn't we leave? We didn't. We both had readings. And when we left, we were like, and it wasn't something incredibly expensive, but it was still money that we didn't need to give this woman for nothing. So watch out for people that are going to cure you of hexes, this, that, and the next thing. I mean, there are people that can do things like that, but it's not going to be something that, somebody can wish you evil, and if you're thinking about it and you believe that, then yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, I worked with this woman. God, I mean, you wouldn't even believe. It reminded me of, if you ever saw the movie Splash, remember Tom Hanks had that secretary that kept getting struck by lightning? That was like this woman that I worked with. Like, a grown woman rolls out of bed, bangs her head on the nightstand. She's got to get 10 stitches. She's getting off the bus. She cracks her ankle. She's walking down the street. A tree branch hits her in the head. These things were really happening to her. She wasn't imagining them. But she believed that her luck was so bad that she was making these things happen because that's all she focused on, that she had bad luck. I mean, she would show up to work, her head would be bandaged, it should have like a thing on her head, I mean, arm in a sling, and we'd be like, what the hell is going on here? How is it possible that you break everything? I mean, the house went on fire, the bedroom was on fire, I mean, it was always something. And she wasn't lying, there was real scars, like, people have seen it happen. Like, people saw her fall getting off the bus. People saw the tree branch hit her in the head. But I could have been walking down the street with her and that wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened to me. It would have hit her. Why? Because she believes that that's the luck she has, so she's creating that kind of reality. So if you go to somebody and they're like, oh, I got bad luck. Oh, it's going to cost you $500 a week. You better come back to me. I got to fix this. Well, if you put that in your head, you better believe that that's what's going to happen. So just watch who you see, watch who you talk to. Look, the flame is flickering, and I always believe that that's a sign. The angels are saying that this is true. Look, look, look. Ah, yep. All right, guys. If you like what we're doing here at the Magic Junk Drawer, please like and subscribe, share us with your friends. Check out the Etsy store. Don't forget, this week coming up, it's Small Business Saturday. So if you have any interest in buying stocking stuffers, we have some cute little things. They're all magically charged with good intent. And if there's something special that you want, a special service, we are offering astrological readings, card readings. If there's something that you want, ask us. If we can't do it, we will let you know. because we've been ripped off more than once. So we're not in the business of lying to people. We really want to help you guys. So if there's something that you're interested in, let us know. And if we can do it, we'll help you. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.